trust you. I don't trust anyone, so we're close. It's not for everyone. Those fake flights ain't on a private jet. Or really, you on the playground. Write you on my death note, death note. He's about to get low, make it danger close. Finish up at Von Dutch, that's just where I roll my ops. Stand motherfuckers praying, put him in a coffin.
Thuggalo. 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 Neck cutter. Neck cutter. Thuggalo.
Whoop whoop. What up, y'all? It's Friday night and it's the fucking Thuggalo show. How's everybody doing? It's your boy Stoney. And fucking Onstead and Elixir being fucking wild and shit.
What's up,
how's
y'all?
everybody going?
It's Friday. Welcome back. We're fucking, it's been 2 weeks, maybe something. We took a week off. Who knows? Whatever. We're here. We're here with a good fucking guest tonight. A little bit outside of the community. We're reaching him out, bringing him in, if you will. But yeah, I'm fucking excited. I'm geeked. It's been a long week. I'm excited to be back. How about you?
I'm excited. Keep trucking forever. That's right, Davey. This shit don't ever stop. I'm just going to go ahead and address it, get it out of the gate. There's 3 of us now. There was 4, then now there is 3. 3 there shall ever be. No drama, no hate. We're moving on. Everybody's doing their own directions these days. Yep. And we wish everybody the best. So good karma and shit. You know what I'm saying? So 2 whoops. Our guest this week is pretty fresh. You might have run into him at the gathering. He was everywhere, especially around Zab.
Yep, I was just going to say, if you spent any time or you seen King Zab rolling around the gathering with the belt, you seen our next guest alongside of him a lot. I've seen him a few times rolling around doing solo fucking treks around the gathering, which is always dope to see. Guys just want to bring him on, or do we want to talk about news?
Oh yeah, hey, I just want to say rest in peace, Terry Funk, and
let's touch on that first.
Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. That really sucks for the wrestling community.
Yep, R.I.P. for sure.
Fucking Terry Funk was a legend.
2 big legends were lost this week with Wyndham Rotunda, Bray Wyatt, and fucking Terry Funk, man. Yes. Rest in peace to those legends, especially if you remember, Terry Funk was on Stranglemania cassette tape back in the fucking
Drunk
day,
Terry Funk.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Way back. So, I mean, that was the biggest news of the week, I would say. Another little bit of news that what happened this week. RA joins the Three-Headed Monster Tour, which is kind of cool to see. I'm kind of excited about that
Second leg of that.
Yeah, the second leg. I'm excited for that tour a bit, but everybody already knows my stance on RA and then how it changed at the gathering. Yeah. So I think it's going to be dope to see him on tour with the Three-Headed Monster.
I can definitely agree with that, man.
Shout out all 19 people in the chat too, by the way.
This shit don't stop, y'all.
Nah.
But hey, let's bring our guest on, so we can stop being rude. You know what I'm saying? All right,
without
everybody.
Further ado.
Yeah, without further ado, everybody give it up for motherfucking LIL TYTAN.
Whoop whoop. What's goody?
What's good, pimp?
Welcome to the Thuggalo show.
Thank you. Shout out to y'all. I know about your show for a minute.
Right.
Yeah, we actually linked up at the gathering and was and when you came to Camp Thuggalo, I think we seen you also. I think the first time we seen you was at Camp Thuggalo with King Zab, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, no. I showed up to there alone because I was looking for Trailer Park because that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then right after that, I met y'all, and then that was we're just friends from there.
I gotta ask because like some of the gotta kind of delve into it. Like, you yourself was not technically a juggalo per se, coming into this gathering experience where we all met you. Can you kind of tell us about that? Like, how the fuck did you wind up at the gathering, man?
Well, first off, just to be clear, I also like Ouija's music, so that was a big thing. Like, I've already listened to like a good amount of Ouija. And then Zab and Strife, because I met Strife like probably beginning of this year, and Zab and Strife, I feel like really like got me into like the Juggalo, or not Juggalo, the gathering, like idea of like going to the gathering and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm fucking down. Like, say less, let's go. And it was just overall like really freaking dope. Like my experience of like going there. So it was just more or less like I was down. I was down.
So before coming into the gathering, you said Strife and King Zab kind of guided you along your fucking journey.
Yeah.
How did that connection? How did you get linked up with Strife and Zab at the time? How did you guys link up?
Okay, so this is probably, I want to say last year. Yeah, I want to say last year. I'm tight with an artist named Sinister, who I've made music with before, and I've known Zab because of like Zab shooting videos for all those like rappers in that scene. Cause I'm like in the trap metal, dark trap sort of scene basically, and I know Sinister, and so Zab would shoot a lot of Sinister's videos and like other rappers that I liked or whatever, and basically Sinister came to Vegas to like play a show, and I think it was like the first time I actually had like met him in person. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do you need a ride to like this said show that we're going to? And he's like, yeah, come get me. So I came and got him and his photographer, and I brought them to the show. And I think prior to that, me and Maisie had like talked about doing songs together, like because I wanted her to do production for me. And then also Sinister had told me that she like produced. And
yeah, her production quality is really good.
Yeah, me and Maisie have some bops. I love Maisie. So basically, I brought Sinister there. I watched the show, whatever. He was also performing. And then a little bit later, Scythe Gang showed up. And I went up to Maisie because I was like the only person in Scythe Gang that I had actually like interacted with a little bit. And then Zab was right there. So I met Zab and all that. And I think we all went to Denny's after the show, and then I drove
Grand Slam, boys.
Yeah, the Grand Slams. I drove Sinister back to his hotel, and then I drove them back to their hotel, and we just kind of became cool. And then I think the next time that I was in LA, which was like last year, I crashed on their floor for like 2 days, I want to say. And Zab had like, because I was working with Maisie, I think, on one or two things. And then Zab was like, hey, play me some shit. Let's get a video in. And I was like, for sure. Because I think at the time I had hit him up, but it just didn't really work out. But the second time, like, I just showed him stuff and he was like, this is sick. And we ended up making the video for my song Changes, which is produced by Scarlord's producer Muppy. He's produced a lot for Scarlord and other trap metal acts. So we did that video. And after that, me and Zab remained cool. And then the beginning of this year, I think Strife had like just moved in with them or a little bit after. And I came out there to do some like video stuff. Like I wanted to get some videos in with Zab and work with some people while I was out there. And Strife literally greeted me at the door because he took my luggage up, and then we just became like instant homies within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's Strife, dude. I think like
Strife is just a lovable person, man. He's just the nicest guy ever. And
I was about to say, like, all three of those people, that's just like a powerhouse for production.
Oh, absolutely.
Like all that household is just so much production.
Dude, they're just constantly working and just constantly doing shit, which is really cool to watch. And they I guess like, you know, mentored me in a way. So they all care about like me and all that. So it's cool. It's cool.
This,
With that
I
being
this
love
said,
Juggalo shit.
I kind of want to ask, take it back a little bit to what initially inspired you to start rapping then?
Oh Jesus, that's like, oh my God, that's such a long time ago. But yeah, basically, there were kids in my high school that like rapped, and they like used to come up to me and they'd be like, "Hey man, you write raps?" And I was like, "No, that sounds so fucking corny." No. And at the time, I was a rap kid, so I was listening to like a lot of rap and stuff. My dad grew me up on like '80s like metal bands and like '80s rock and stuff like that. So I knew that, but I also like was a rap kid like since like 7th grade. I like listened to, I think it was Lil Wayne's "I'm Not a Human Being" too, and then I just became like hooked with rap. It was like, dude, I fucking love this shit. And there were some kids in my class that rapped or were trying to rap. They tried to get me in on it, and I was like, no. And then they kind of came like I would have them over at my house, and we'd all kind of try to write because I was like, fine, I'll get into it, whatever. And I was ass. It was absolutely terrible. And then I think around like 11th grade, I made like my first song, which was absolutely terrible. But after that, I just like kept doing songs and posting them to SoundCloud, and I was getting like 100 views per song. So I was like, hey, I think I'm onto something. I don't know.
Hey, 100
And
views.
yeah,
That's
that's
100 views. Shit.
Yeah.
for sure.
What I knew I wanted to do was actually get like a producer, and so I worked with this one dude from my state, and that didn't really work out because we kind of fell out. And I started basically I was listening to a lot of SoundCloud rap at the time, and one of those people I think was Little Xan. And so he had some producers around him, and I had gotten a feature from one of his like friends from where he's from. And basically I started hitting up his producers, and I got like beats from them. And then one of them I ended up getting a recording session with, which is Morgoth Beats, who I've made so many freaking songs with at this point. And that dude just like really has like mentored me, because he like taught me like what I should do in recording, and like just kind of like taught me how to use my voice and like all that sort of shit. So, you know, from then on, I just started hitting up other producers, and here we are now.
You ever hit up Devereaux or any of those dudes?
I've tried. Funny enough, so Strife, funny enough, me and Strife have a song over a Devereaux beat called "In Your Room," which is on Strife's album "I Am Atrophy." Go stream it. I love that fucking album, and I love that song. So
Great
yeah.
fucking album.
Yeah, amazing album. But yeah, I told Strife that I want to work with Devereaux and DJ Chunk. I definitely do. So if this sparks something, yeah, just set my line. I like their production. Super sick. Down for it. Never opposed to it.
Yeah, I could see you on a Dev beat doing pretty damn good, especially with like how
Dev is hard.
How screen your voice can get with one of his beats would be fucking fire, dog.
Right, with
You know what's funny is I gave him one of those magnets. I actually gave Dev a magnet.
Oh shit!
So Dev has one.
Oh,
Yeah, Dev. You still got that magnet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dev's got a magnet. I gave it to him.
Let's talk about that.
I got my fucking magnet.
Okay, so I'm at the gathering, and this man hands me what I thought was a sticker. But I'm looking at it, and no, it's not a sticker, it's a magnet. And it blows my mind, because I'm like, dude, it's genius. It really is. Because, like, how many times have you put a sticker somewhere and be like, damn, I wish I could, move that sticker to my new bong instead of my old bong, or from my locker to my new locker? Well, with that magnet, you can move that bitch. And I think that's genius.
Yeah, so, I love them. Honestly, I feel like it's just, everybody's got a fridge at home. So, like, right? why not?
Yeah, was that the ploy? Was that the ploy for it? Was you're like, hey, man, I want my face on everybody's fridge?
Well, yeah, I feel like that was like the point of it is like, okay, well, if I like everybody has stickers, that's cool and all, you know what I mean? You can put it on your skateboard, whatever. But I feel like everybody has a fridge, and it's like usually if you're at a show, right, and somebody hands you something that's like super flat, it gets stuck, like lost in your wallet or whatever. But if I give you a magnet, it's something unique, so it's going to stick out in your wallet, and you're going to go home, put that shit on your fridge, and the next day you're going to be like, what was that fucking rapper I met last night? Oh, I'm going to go scan your magnet or whatever. I don't know. Scenario in my head. But yeah, I feel like that is way more unique than just like, yeah, here's a fucking sticker. It's, I don't know.
Right. No, I get it, man, because even we were doing the sticker game, and I kind of wish we would have got up on some magnets or something else like that, yeah.
Yeah, I was doing Vistaprint. That's kind of how I get my, that's how I kind of get all my magnets and stuff, because it just like, it's really good.
Vistaprint. They just got plugged.
Yeah, Vistaprint. It is a little pricey to get stuff, but it's worth it, I feel like. Those magnets are really high quality.
Listen.
You guys also got the second rendition of my magnets, because I had like a first rendition that Zab had made. Zab made the design for that one, and then that's like the second rendition.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I had like one rendition before.
So let's bring it back. We'll bring it back to. You said you were about in 11th grade when you really had a good song take off or something. What were you really listening to when you was a youngin'? Because like the shit the vibe that you give off when I listen to your music is a lot of like Ghost Main and like shit like that, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
all day long I sat here with it on.
I'll probably say around 11th grade is when I found like SoundCloud rap. So that was like X, Ski Mask the Slump God, probably
Ski Mask. Fuck.
Little Xan, I want to say Ghost Main, Puya, Fat Nick. Yeah, pretty much that would, if you want to say like underground wise, that's probably what I would say. Little Skies too. Skies was fire during that time. But I would say like before that I was listening to like mainstream rap, really, if you want me to be honest with you. But I liked like stuff that wasn't like super mainstream but is considered like Juicy J and shit like that. But I like more or the less was listening to like, you know, the huge, just like Wayne, Drake,
I ain't nothing wrong with that. I love
Minaj.
Wayne. Wayne's a fucking goat, man. He will always be the goat.
Yeah, absolutely. Wayne is.
When you have to Google your own lyrics to make sure that you didn't use that shit again, yeah, you're a goat in my book, man.
Right?
Like, for real.
Yeah, no shit.
Something I kind of wanted to bring up too, now that we have said some of the SoundCloud rappers' names and stuff, is so what is the story behind your stage name and why did you choose that?
Oh my god. So I had a name prior to this that was just like blogs were like getting it wrong and it just like sucked. It was really bad. Basically, I think my dad used to be a sound engineer, so he's like retired now. But I remember I was like chilling one day and he was like, you should go by Titan. And I was like, why should I go by Titan? My name isn't Tyler in like any sort of way. But I don't know, it like stuck out to me. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a cool name. But I looked it up on iTunes and there were like 50 other people named Titan. So I was like, this is not going to work. I was like, all right, if I shove a young or a Lil in front of this, then it'll work.
Right.
So I was like, I'll shove it in front of the name for shits and giggles. And
Hell yeah.
there was no Little Titan. And I was like, what the fuck? And I immediately chose it. The Instagram handle wasn't taken. I was like, all right, I guess I'm on to fucking something now. So, yeah. And then after that, people just started calling me Titan. So it stuck. It stayed. So,
Word.
And I feel like it kind of describes my personality because I am like a wise person, I guess. But if you meet me in real life, I am short as fuck, kind of.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
it
so
works. I'm a short kid. But it works. I like the name. I was like kind of about it at first, but now it's like it's worked. And I've got into a metal logo and all that sort of stuff, so it just worked.
I think it works too. But yeah, I would say based off some of the conversations we had at the gathering is kind of like how you wound up on the show, man. So like,
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've known
not a
about
small
you guys
IQ for sure.
I've known about you guys. I think since the Strife one, because Strife had like mentioned me,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And after that, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely down to be on this because you know, it was goody. Like I ain't afraid to put my feet in different scenes and be like, hey, let's go with this or whatever. I'm not scared of that shit. Everybody's so scared to like try new things or like try to be like cool with certain people or anything, and I think that shit is just so like ridiculous.
So-
I feel like
Yeah,
as
it's
a
very limiting.
content creator and as like an artist, and like you can't confine yourself to stick in one fucking lane, because the moment you stick in one lane, you're gonna get stagnant and you're gonna run out of shit. So like you have to expand and try new shit and like other fucking scenes too.
The other thing is too is like, who's to say? Let's say none of this happened, right? Who's to say down the road that, who's to say that Juggalos won't find my music and like it or not like it? You know what I mean? Like who's to say? So I don't
I'll fuck with
I
it.
don't resent anything. I'm not like, oh well, I'm too good for this or whatever. It's like, dude.
What was
Fans
your
are fans are fans at the end of the fucking day, and some of the coolest engagement that I have is with fans. So,
what was
I
your
love it.
opinion of Juggalos and shit coming like prior to like some of the exposure? Because I mean, not a lot of people get like the kind of the helping hand that you kind of got into our culture, bro, by some of the people that you know.
It's hard to say, but I'll kind of put it like this. I think I thought like the gathering was like super crazy chaotic, and I remember I asked Bridget about it because Bridget Bites was also like staying in the same Airbnb as me, and I remember Bridget was like, "Nah, it's like controlled chaos, like it's chill, like trust me, like it's chill." And I went there and it was exactly what she said, like it was chill as fuck. Nobody was like,
yeah, it's a fair assessment.
yeah, I just think people are just trying to pick at stuff on the internet and trying to make it seem like this whole bad thing. It's not. It's the chillest place on fucking earth. Like,
They just
you guys
want
are so
people-
accepting. You guys are so cool. There's no like, it's not like so fucking like wild to me. Like, it's just people are cool. Like, it's how it's supposed to be. You know, it's obviously there is control chaos and there's a lot of shit that goes on at the gathering that's fucking
There's some wild people.
wild,
and there's some
but
wild
it's
shit.
Bro,
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I'm on my mom's prayer list at church for at least a week of the year, and that's when I go to the gathering. And like, she's told me that shit. So, like, there's that.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Every single Juggalo that I met at that gathering was just fucking dope, super nice, and it was just a fun time. Like it was cool.
Now, was that your first like clown show or Ouija show or like any of the above? Was that your first
I think
dive
Exposure.
into the community?
I think prior to that I had seen Ouija. Ouija came to Vegas, and I saw him
Okay.
in Vegas. I also, funny enough, he was running billboards in Vegas, and
Yeah.
I actually took all the photos for those billboards.
That's
For-
okay.
Yeah, because I know that he, I think he ran it through one of my friends, and basically I was like sent to a location, had to take photos of his billboards and get like mini videos. So yeah, it was. Honestly, like I saw him perform, I thought he was sick as fuck. And I hung out with Strife and Cold Blooded mostly the whole time, and
Oh,
Frankie.
that's dope.
So it was cool. It was all
Frankie
cool.
Goldie,
Yeah, shout out to Frankie Goldie.
you know that rascal?
Frankie
Yeah.
says you identify as a they them. Is that true? Can you speak on
No.
Do you want to speak on that?
I identify as he, him. So I'll say
Okay,
that.
well, Frankie, you're wrong, apparently.
Frankie, he identifies as Timothy.
Oh,
okay?
Frankie's in the chat.
Yeah.
He's in the chat saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the chat.
Oh
fucker,
man, this
by
guy's
the way.
gonna start fucking roasting me the whole fucking time.
Yep.
He
Hey, don't feel
identifies as
bad.
Timothy.
Hey, first time I met Frankie, Like this dude had me on a tale about how he like survived this like wicked ass like accident on a vacation because of the scar he's got. And I asked him, I was like, bro, like, what's the story on that? And he like told me all this shit, and I was like, oh my god. Like I just took in a tab a couple hours earlier, and I was just like, this fucking dude has been through so much. And then I just like, and then he's like, no, I'm just fucking with you. And I was like, oh, yeah. So
on the real. So I'm gonna say two things on the real. Yeah, whatever you want to identify it, I don't care. Do your thing. Live your life. Be happy. I just want to say that because I know I kind of said that like. I identify as he, him. Like that's, I just sounded weird when I said it. I just want to correct myself. Second off, Frankie is one of the coolest fucking people I have met. That dude, literally, him and I hung out and like got boba or some shit one day, and we were just like talking like just like game and shit, and he was just like super fucking dope and super cool. So,
Frankie's for the culture.
Frankie gave me some good ass advice. Frankie is a fucking goat and honestly an underground legend in my opinion, and he deserves a lot more props, and he's killing it. And I really like that dude. He's fucking dope.
Word.
Yeah.
I think we all agree over here, bro.
Yeah.
You identify as the goat and the shit. Yeah, you clicked on it before I did.
So let's get back to gathering talk. So Cena, since that was your first gathering and your first big experience in the clown world and, Thuggalo, Juggalo type shit, do you have a favorite experience from the gathering? Do you have a memory that sticks in your fucking head like, whoa?
Dude, there were plenty. Meeting you guys was really dope. 'Cause I had, yeah, I had talked to you guys in DMs here and there. I believe so. And then I got to see like 2 or 3 acts that I wanted to see personally. That was like, okay, yeah, I've never seen these people before. Live.
Who was that?
One of them was Shakewell. I wanted to see Shakewell.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope. I love Shakewell. It's actually where funny enough, that was actually the night I met Alo, our ex in real life, and his girlfriend, Casita. I remember Alo, like, passed by me, and he was, like, fucking high as hell. And I was
Super
like, hey,
lit.
man, because, like, we knew each other through the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, man, do you even know who I am? And he was like, he couldn't because he was, like, tripping out. And I was like, little tiny. He's like, oh shit! And then like the next day, Zab and I were like interviewing people because I was doing camera work for Zab, and I remember he walked down, and I was like, yo, Zab, interview him, and he had like the spiked glasses and everything. Zab was like, are you sure? And I'm like, trust me, Zab, it'll be such a funny ass interview. And this man was
is gold.
trying to get somebody to show their dick and shit was so funny.
That clip was golden.
I love Alo, but yeah, I got to see Shakewell. It was a shame that Zilakami didn't come for City Morgue, but I still feel like Sauce Mula like held it down that whole night. Like I feel like he definitely carried that set. Like he did it, and I feel like there was a lot of like pressure almost. Specifically on that one because it was like, okay, how's Sauce Mula gonna do? But
once they announced it, I'm pretty sure he was probably a little bit. He probably had hella pressure and anxiety on his ass backstage.
Yeah, but he killed it. Honestly, he did so good.
I feel like we'll see them again sometime soon, or maybe at another gathering because of that whole situation.
Yeah, probably.
You think so?
I think the other crazy one was watching Riff Raff get shit thrown at him.
I was going
He
to
was
ask about that one.
being such a dickhead.
And
What do you think about that, man?
Everybody on screen right now was super excited to see Riff Raff too, man. Like for real.
Yeah, I just think he did it wrong. I honestly feel like Riff Raff added to it, but it was like more or less his said the stupid shit.
You got to come out and respect the Juggalos
real quick. I would have shut up my DJ real quick.
You got to respect the Juggalos, man. And like he didn't come out and acknowledge this he didn't acknowledge the family or nothing,
He
and
was
like
scared.
and he acted timid, and then when he brought it out, it didn't help. And
See
then
what
when he got on
happened?
the mic and then said the shit about like fuck y'all's people's shit up,
Right.
yeah, Juggalos just went in like that. Just gave
Yeah,
everybody
they
the
were
green
not
light.
fucking with it. It started out. I know where the bad one, the like bad part was when his DJ like talked shit. He was like, "Yeah, if you don't stop throwing stuff."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I was like, God damn it, you just ruined it for your
Yeah,
artist, bro. You just fucking ruined it.
That definitely took it like a step further than what Babytron was, and like it was just like, oh no, bro.
Oh my god, yeah, Frankie fucking brings up that. Oh, dude, that Airbnb. Frankie got like a good Airbnb. I'm not gonna cap with you, but the problem was the ceiling was fucking leaking, and we only had one bathroom. It was oh my god.
And them
I was
gathering
not the
shits
one
be
that
the real
woke up
ones.
fucking soaking wet. I think it was like Strife and then Remy were like sleeping underneath there. I was like, nope, I'm going over here. Fuck y'all. I'm not doing that. I was not gonna get soaked by fucking tub water. In the Airbnb, I was was great. And then we had like a scary ass murder basement or some shit. That shit was creepy. Airbnb
Ooh.
was
A
all
scary
type of
ass
Yeah, I wanna
murder.
know
Murder
what's
basement. Yeah, I go into
I'm
that.
with it.
That shit looked like something out of fucking think of any horror movie ever. It looked
You guys
fucking
should have smoked blunts down there. That's how you really
Mhm.
piss off the spirits.
And like try to summon Satan or something. That'd been
oh
super
yeah,
lit.
dog.
smoked
On
blood.
a Ouija board type shit.
Right.
Oh
Mhm.
fuck!
It'd
I
be
know
cool,
I have
man.
a Ouija. I know I have a Ouija like board flag kind, but keep me away
You ever-
from an actual Ouija board.
You ever played on an actual Ouija board there, Little Titan?
Fuck.
No?
Keep
Why
that,
not?
dude. That's just asking for problems, bro. I'm
No,
also
they're fun.
spiritual.
They're fun to play on.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree
just-
with you.
For me, that's just asking for unnecessary shit in your house. And I've had like weird paranormal shit happen in my house already, so
You
I'm
just gotta
good on.
do. You just gotta do like the fucking salt circle, man, and like.
Oh,
be-
get the
be
fuck
safe.
out of here.
No,
Get
I'm
some.
serious. I done did all this shit. I went into a Wiccan shop one time after playing it, and as soon as I walked in this door, the fucking lady turned to
Oh,
me
here
and
we
was like,
go.
"Y'all been playing on Ouija boards, huh?"
He's like,
I
I
was
still
like,
got
yeah.
some stage. I still
Oh,
got
dude.
stage at home.
Keep
Yeah, that's some
going, Doug.
shit. I done got them. They're my homies now.
This
I got
explains
white
a lot.
sage, I got green sage.
Oh, come from. That's what Frankie said. You come from a religious household?
No, I don't.
No.
Not even close. My dad, like I said, was a sound engineer and all that. And I grew up around like just like bands and stuff like that. 'Cause my dad was like into that stuff and like also got me into it. So
Alright, so a question we do like to ask almost everybody is, what was the first Joker's card you heard?
what was the what?
The first Joker's card, first ICP album you heard.
Oh my fucking god. Dude, you're gonna catch me in a fucking wit. I remember Bridget and Strife were playing me like ICP at the Airbnb. I wanna say it was like the one that was like purple and yellow, I wanna say. Either that. Or am I tripping? I'm like trying to think off my head.
Purple and yellow one, guys. Which
Lost
one is
and
that one?
Found.
Huh?
Lost and Found.
I always
I
get
want
this
it.
one fucked up.
I wanna say or
Like, do you remember
Or I
like
wanna
what
say
the
it was
artwork?
Either that or it was green and purple. One of those two.
What was the artwork? Do you remember? Like-
It was one coming out of like roll up
Riddle box.
Riddle box, then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to
There
say
you
like colors don't really help me. We gotta get some
Yeah,
imagery in here.
I'm fair.
'Cause
I
I don't want you to
agree,
jump.
I'll put it like this. so everybody understands. I'm fairly new to like
Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
like ICP and all that. I
There's
respect.
nothing wrong with that.
I respect
yeah,
the
for
hustle
sure.
and like honestly, I've watched like several podcasts and stuff and like what Bridget and Strife were playing me was all sick. So like I honestly loved their set when I saw it. I think You know what's crazy? It reminded me of like, because I've went to like King Diamond and stuff with like my dad and
Oh, yeah,
shit.
King
Oh,
Diamond.
Dude,
yeah,
they
no shit.
had. I thought ICP was so cool because the way that their set was, it was like they had like props and like shit like that. I feel like lots of rappers nowadays do not have that, like an actual like almost like set behind them.
No, they
So I
don't.
They'll
thought-
just come out with their entourage and security and walk back. And
yeah, like
forth. Yeah.
they just kind of perform. These dudes had like fucking like alien looking shit, and they had like carts with like Fago on it. It was cool as fuck. I thought that shit was just unique and different. It was cool. It was cool.
And that's why I have no problem paying $220 to go see, you know, 2 different sets of that shit. While people are sitting here complaining about how much fucking shows cost and how much sets cost. Fuck that. These are memories that you get to see, you know, later on down the line that you can actually rewatch and be like, yo, I was way back here getting Fagos launched at my fucking grill piece, you know?
Dude, I got hit in the eye so many times during Fago Armageddon. Oh my god, Fago in my eye every fucking minute.
Did you make it up on
Fago in
stage
your
for Fago
eye.
Armageddon?
Huh?
Did you go up on stage for Fago Armageddon?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Strive fucking pulled me to that shit. He was like, let's go.
Your first gathering, and
He pushed me.
you did it
Dude,
right.
he pushed me
dog.
over the railing. Funny, I'll tell you this. He pushed me over the railing. I got over the railing. The security guard tried to carry me out. And then she got mad at some other juggalo. So I just, like, she let go of me. I looked at her and then just walked the other direction. I was like, I'm going on stage. Fuck you. So it was cool. I thought that shit was cool as fuck. I got drenched in Fago. I know
Oh,
Frankie
for sure.
remembers because I walked up that hill just fucking drenched.
Fuck that hill.
That was weird.
It was a fun time. That shit was really cool. It's unique, bro. I feel like
All right.
doing shit.
So
with-
I did. So the ICP question, obviously, with the Joker's card and your first one, you being newer to the scene and everything, that's a little bit more of a loaded question for you. So what about Ouija though? You said you did like.
Yeah, listen to
him
Ouija.
a little bit.
I would say I've listened to more of Ouija's newer stuff. I've listened to at least Fallen Angelic, Stalewind, and Beatrice. So those are like albums that I definitely. There's probably some ones on there that like I feel like are underrated. Like I feel like Roadmap is really underrated, even though.
Yeah, oh my
Also,
god.
'cause Maisie
honestly-
produced that. Maisie produced that. I don't know. Maybe it's just because Maisie produced that, but I love that song. It sounds so fucking sick.
When he
6
played
Foot
that
Hatchet
last
is a
year.
fucking bop, bro. 6 Foot Hatchet is a fucking bop. I love Rich Boy Pack. That shit is so fucking
For
hard.
sure.
Yeah, Rich Boy Pack is hard. I still
Yeah.
fuck with it.
I Love You're Dead with Violent J. That's a good ass song. So good. The ones with Hex. I like Boiler Room with Gizmo. Beast and Dior with Hex. That one's really good. That's what I'm.
Beast and
that
Joy,
would be the
yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
And then yeah, there's just like several fucking songs by Weedy. 17 Blunts. I could go on. You know.
Yeah,
And I
Ouija
saw him live.
definitely, like,
I knew most of the songs that he performed when he performed in Vegas. So it was
Right.
fucking sick. Thought it was dope. I love his music.
So let's talk a little bit more about who's like some of your like dream, you know, like your wish list of artists to work with. Like who would you like to work with?
All right. So as of right now, a lot of I would say like my mainstream, like the mainstream dream. Like I've been in this game for years. Let me get it. I definitely when I was younger, I was really into the ASAP mob. So ASAP
Yeah, okay.
Ferg. ASAP Ferg is like a dream feature.
Yeah, Ferg,
Like,
yeah, Ferg and Rocky. Yeah,
I love Ferg. I love Rocky too, but I like Ferg because Ferg is like, you can tell that Ferg has like a metal influence in some sort of way because he had like, dude, he had Marilyn Manson on like one of his most recent albums, and also that dude just like looks like he's like from a hardcore band sometimes. Like he'll just like have
right.
crazy cut up T-shirts and like. Ferg is always different than Rocky, I feel like, and he's just more aggressive with the way he raps, and he's like got super like crazy delivery and cadence and all that sort of shit. So I like Ferg a lot. Underground,
Yeah.
I'm in the trap metal like dark rap scene and shit. So I would say there's an artist that I think not a lot of people know about, but he's like in that same vein as like the Corpse Husband type of rappers, which would be Kamara. I really want to work with Kamara. He's a fucking dope fucking rapper. I'm trying to think of like who the fuck else. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Lil Yachty would be a fucking great mainstream one if I would say Yachty's fire.
Mhm.
Trying to take the walk to Poland.
I definitely I think we've talked about it because I'm like around some of his people. I've talked about working with Zan before. I would love to do a song with Zan. And I'd say dude, this is like so fucking hard for me because I spaced out like with this question. It's another like underground rapper that I really like. I'd probably say like Savage Gasp or something like that. I honestly, there's like tons of underground rappers that I honestly could work with. It just kind of all depends. But yeah, there's some dream collabs in there that I feel like I would really like to get. It just depends. Ouija would be cool. I would definitely do a song. Ouija's dope. Same with Hex. I like Hex too. Darby's album is fucking fire too.
It is Creek.
Yeah, Darby's
Creek.
album.
Yeah. Creek, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Darby O'Trill really like his music is really carnival inspired.
Yeah.
An old head juggalo listen to that and it's new.
Yeah.
And it caps it, and it grabs me just as hard as Insane Clown Posse's music does. So that really says something in my opinion.
Dude, that
and that's
Spinal
just
Fluid Smoothie song, Spinal Fluid Smoothie song, I cannot stop fucking listening to. That shit is just like.
I was gonna say it's not even just like the vibe of the music and everything, but the lyrics too were just very clown, old school clown, and all that.
He's dope. He's really dope. I know. I think when I started following, right around like a little after I like was friends with Zab and all that, I kept hearing his name and stuff, and then I saw the Strife stuff, and I was like, oh okay, got you.
Yeah.
So
did you happen to go to your local creek at all? Did you partake in?
Dude, I live out in the fucking desert, bro. There's not much.
Oh, you're like, there ain't no fucking creek.
There's a lake, bro. I gotta go to a lake. We don't have creeks like that, man. I actually really live I really miss living like near forests and shit because I live in the desert, and I really like wish that there were like some creeks and like national parks like that, but there's not really. It's more you got to go farther up in order to get to all that. So,
all right,
no,
yeah, that would suck.
I live in Vegas, so Vegas is not all like that. Just desert and suburbs. Yeah,
ain't no creeks in Vegas.
No, they don't have creeks in Vegas. They have crack in Vegas.
Crack in Vegas.
I know.
Yes, I do.
Another question that I had for you is, what is one message that you're hoping people take away from your music? What is something that you want?
Method that they take away from my music, is that what you said?
Yeah. One message that you hope one of your listeners take away from your music.
Honestly, just like I'll put it like this: my music is more just like emotional and shit like that. Like it's just like really what I'm feeling in the moment, or just like shit I've went through, or just dark type of themes. I try to keep it like that. Method wise, I would just say like look at how much of like my effort and grind that I put into it, and like how much like the quality of the music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people, especially in my like scene, I feel like don't all have the same like tools that I have, or the producers or certain things at their disposal, whereas I do. So I feel like for me, it's those things really play into like my music and like how much like just the effort that I put in. It just
Right,
shows.
you just want people to feel it and everything like that.
Yeah, I just really
Has
want to get out
anybody
there and just like have as many people listen to my music as possible. You know, I think
has
that's
there
every
been
artist's dream.
anybody has there been anybody hitting you up on that, like, hey, your music has really helped me yet, or helped me through this
Yeah,
hard time?
I've had that. I have this like one die-hard fan. She's from I think Oregon. I think yeah. She's this trans girl and she's just so fucking dope. She'll like post my music up like all the time and just like just be like, yo, like it's Titan Tuesday. She's just like super like
Okay.
she like loves my music and stuff. And then also I've had like other people like in the scene. One of the coolest people being Static. Static like listens to my music and he just always is like, dude, this shit's fucking sick. I love your video. Where he'll just be like, yeah, this is a fucking banger. He'll post it up or whatever. Just like people show me mad love and I always appreciate it. So I get that. Titan makes music for the bitches. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is my goal, bro. That's my goal. It's my goal. Frankie came over to my house and I played him a video that me and Strife have on the way that has both Quesita and Little Filth in it. And he was like, yeah, Titan makes music for the thoughts. And I was like, thank you. You now have my theme, bro. That's my fucking theme. Thank you.
He said, that's the ultimate compliment you just gave me right
Dude,
now.
he gave me the most ultimate compliment ever, bro. So, shout out to Frankie. He just gave me like a whole way of saying it now.
All right, well, we're gonna transition into word association. You know how word association works?
You'd have to tell me.
So we got a bunch of names here that we're gonna throw at you, and you can one word, or you can give us a couple words on
Okay,
them
yeah.
or the
I
situation.
remember this.
So
yeah.
the first one we spoke on a lot tonight. You spoke on him quite a bit. King Zab, the 666 champion,
the 666 champion of the world, mentor, man. He's just the coolest fucking person ever, and he works hella hard, and he's just fucking dope. There's so much stuff I could say, but if I had to really like shorten it, it would just be Zab has just like helped me in the most massive way possible. So shout out to King Zab. That's my boy, my brother.
I'm not. I can't see it yet.
Oh, you don't go to the list? All right.
No.
Well, next thing we got on the list is Ouija Mac.
Ouija Mac, I would say just dope artist. I feel like super dope, and I feel like in my opinion, his music is so cool, and I feel like he's just extremely underrated, if I had to say.
For sure.
Oh,
That's
and he's
so
from my
good.
city too. He's from Vegas, so
Yeah,
that's
you're like, you got put
hometown
on
shit.
local, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He was cool. I did talk to him for like a short minute. I remember at the gathering. I was with Strife, and I did meet him. Super nice. So, good. Nice dude.
He's a super cool dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Darby O'Trill.
Darby O'Trill, I have never had. Actually, no, I have. Super nice dude. Shout out to Darby. Darby is fucking cool. Darby was one of the first people, I think, when I came to the gathering that I gave one of my business cards to that was like around all the like main people. And he was just really nice. He was super dope. And his music is fucking sick. I saw him perform. It was a dope experience.
Next one, got Strife.
Strife, dude. Oh my god. Strife is, like I say, like Zab. He's like mentored me on shit. He just always wants to see his friends win, and he's just like such a hardworking individual. And I just laugh so hard because he goes on social media and he's like, nobody's as down bad as Strife, and I'm just fucking laughing because he really, like, what I will say is some of the things that he says or he talks about, he's not capping. Like, he's very much like he goes through a lot, but he makes the best of every single thing. Like, you could literally give the man a piece of pizza, bro, and he will pretend it's fucking like Christmas. Like he's just so humble and just like one of the nicest fucking individuals I have met. And he just, I don't know, he taught me a lot. He I remember him and Zab both were like, you should submit to the gathering. You should play the gathering. So, you know, they're just, yeah. Yep. I definitely submitted when it was this year, but next year I'm definitely submitting again. So I definitely want to go again. It was cool. But no, Strife is just one of the most nicest people ever, and honestly, he's so underrated, and he has such a bright future, in my opinion, when it comes to music. If he keeps going, I know sometimes Strife is like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk off into the sunset," but I've told Strife a billion times, "Don't fucking do that," because you're very talented, dude, and you have it going on. He has a whole theme, he has a whole logo. He's just, you know, Vinegar gang shit. I love him.
Every time I run into that dude, he's usually running like some kind of like merch capacity or something at a show. And
dude, he's always hustling, bro. He's always hustling. That man is the definition of fucking hustler.
If he ain't driving a bus, selling merch, making music, like everything.
Dude, he does not
stealing from bitches.
Yeah,
seriously, I'm not fucking kidding. He doesn't play, bro. He does not play. He works, bro. He does not. There's no lie about that man's work ethic.
Just his mannerisms when you get like if you roll up on him in the merch line, bro, and when you get up to him, dude, you can tell like just his mannerisms, the way he fucking like talks to you and everything. Yeah.
Dude, he knows how to sell something. That's what's crazy. He knows how to sell something. He'll be like, you like this? Oh, you should try this. Like Strife is like he knows how to sell shit. He knows. And there's nobody else that I've met that's like that. I think probably on par with that is Zab, because Zab is like that too. Even Maisie.
Right.
Zab, Strife, and Maisie are like that. But I would say that Strife is like super. He could sell you a water bottle that's half drank. He could do it. He could do it. That's just Strife.
So the next name we have on our list is another Thuggalo alumni, and it's Cold Blooded.
Mm-hmm.
Cold Blooded. Shout out to him. Such a cool individual. I knew about him for a good ass minute because he worked with Morgoth Beats. And I know that he was in Schema Posse and all that sort of stuff. I've met him on several occasions. One of the shows that I played was with Scythe Gang. I opened up on their Vegas date when they did their little house tour. And he was another opener with me, and he was just really like super dope. And I got to chop it up with him. We just talked for a good hour or so. And then I saw him at the Ouija show, and we talked for a little bit. Cold Blooded has always been nice. So shout out to him. Legend.
Next one on the list is fucking Devereaux. Like, that's
Devereaux. My impression of Devereaux, super nice dude. Makes some of the most fire fucking beats I've heard, though. I'll tell you, man's got some of the craziest production I've heard, and I think he just kills it.
Mm-hmm. He's the Mikey Clark for a lot of the newer generation Juggalos. Like, they're associating his beats with Insane Clown Posse and our culture more than the previous. So like that's pretty fresh, dude.
Yeah, man, he's got a staple going on. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Mixtape coming soon. The Massacre remix.
Oh, fire!
Dropping.
Talk about that cover, bro. That cover is so damn hard.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that shit does go hard. Shit's like it's. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Devereaux.
What's the next one?
Is it, by the way?
Not mine. I just did it.
The next one is somebody who's been in our chat all night long tonight. Frankie Goldie.
Oh my God, Mr. Frankie. I would say even Frankie has also like mentored me in ways too. I think he's super underrated. He has a very strong and smart mind. I think a lot of people should listen to Frankie Goldie, especially with his wisdom, because he's just smart as fuck, and I don't know, he knows this shit. Like he'll tell you, like, you'll say something on like Twitter or something. I know I've said something, and he'll be like, you didn't need to say all that. You could have said it like this, or you could have done this, or he's he's super constructive, but he means well and he works hard, and he's just really nice, dope individual. And he's given me a lot of game, and he's honestly given me advice and just been like open hands, man. Just being like, hey, that's good, you know. Never like, nah, I can't talk to you. He's not like that. He's just super like always down to chat and, you know, say his piece. So love Frankie.
Who's got the next one, guys?
Can't hear Elixir.
Yeah, I got
You're muted.
that shit. But no, the next name we have on the list is Bridget Bites.
Oh, shout out to her. She was the roommate in the little Airbnb, and she was super nice. I think that she's a hustler too, and she honestly, like, she's always down to just like, she's down for the team. She's just like super like chill, and she works hard. I think she's got definitely a bright future, and yeah, she's just a really nice, dope individual. Fuck with Bridget
For sure.
Oh shit. I'm trying to think what's next on the list. What?
H-E,
Yeah. Hex.
Huh?
Hex.
Oh, yeah. Hex, all the times that I've met Hex, he's been nice to me. He comments under my stuff occasionally. Yeah, Hex is a fucking dope-ass rapper, super dope individual. His music is fucking sick. And he's just a nice guy. I fuck with Hex. He's big Hex, man. West Coast
wicked shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankie says he's...
Go ahead.
Huh?
We have one name left on the list,
Oh, okay.
and it's kind of a two duo. The Insane Clown Posse. Icy.
Fucking legends. And honestly, like, that show, what I got to see that night, really, in my opinion, changed my perspective on just like how to do a live show. And I don't know, it just like super sick, like just super sick fucking like show. It was just really dope to watch. I've never experienced anything like that, never in my life, and I thought it was like such a dope thing to watch. Like, they killed it.
Well, with that being said, you know, we have one more name on our list, and he's not on our format sheet for the boys, so the boys don't know this, but it's our page of the week this week, and I do believe you know this individual.
All right.
He's got a song with you, or a few songs with you. His name is Mr. Logan.
Oh,
What's up?
Logan? This is my brother, bro. This is my brother right here. This man, I have mentored this motherfucker for a long time, and he is I love him. He's the most stubborn motherfucker ever, but he works hard. I love him so much. That's my dude. Me and him literally met through the internet, and it's crazy how much growth and talent I have witnessed from him. And he's just got a lot. Like, he's just sick. I love Logan. That's my boy.
I love you too, bro.
Yeah.
Aw. Bringing people together on Thuggalo show.
He's a sick trap metal artist. He goes hard. He's a fucking dope vocalist.
Yep, I've been playing a bunch of shows and all that.
Oh yeah, man. So, boys, how did we how did this guy wind up on our list, man? I know y'all run into him. I hadn't got the chance to meet you, dude.
So I met some of these guys at the Ouija Mat show back in April at Local 506. And
I'm gonna
we
grab my
took
charger.
pictures, and we was like, let's work it out.
Yeah, we were at Chapel Hill, and we were actually both in line at the merch, and then Strife was like, hey, this is my boy. Y'all take care of my boy. and was talking about you yourself too. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things I remember about that show too.
Yeah,
Man,
it's a good show.
I will say this: Logan is a juggalo. Logan is actually fucking certified juggalo.
Hell
A lot
yeah!
of people wouldn't know, but he is.
Yep, I'm actually opening up for Shaggy 2 Dope next month.
Oh really? What
Yep,
stop?
yep.
What state, Logan?
South Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina, at Ground Zero, September 24th.
Hell yeah!
So Logan, tell everybody about your Juggalo story, man. How did you? What was your first Joker's card that you heard?
So the first song I heard by ICP was back in like 5th grade. Me and my friend were in elementary school at like a lunch table and was like, Logan, you should check out this song called Piggy Pie. So my first one was Great Malenko. And I heard it and I was like, oh, this is sick. And then just kind of throughout the years, I just like kept up with them.
You just did it immediately spark something in you, and you were like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers, this is where it's at.
Yes.
So have you got to see the clowns perform yet?
I wish my first time seeing them will be with Shaggy.
Would be the solo Shaggy show. God, that's hard as fuck to say.
That you won't just be watching though; you're gonna be fucking performing.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's gotta be. Yeah, I was gonna say that's gotta be dope as fuck for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's gonna be a great show.
So, what drew you to the clowns? You think?
For me at first it was like the makeup, and then hearing about the way they did Piggy Pie, and like at the time I was just a little kid, so I was like, oh, so they're like putting cuss words in like the nursery rhymes. This is awesome. And then as you get older, you realize like what it is, and it's like, oh wow. So it really was like the whole shebang together.
Right.
So
Now,
we had an interaction at the Ouija show. What really drew you to Ouija then? Because he has a similar vibe to the clowns, just a lot more newer, I think.
I love Ouija.
I'm gonna butt in. I definitely told him to go to that show. I told him to go, and I believe I showed him like a few Ouija songs. And just in general, I was like, you need to go. You're gonna have like a fucking sick ass time. If you like ICP, you're gonna like Ouija Mac. And he fucking went, and he had a great experience. So
yeah,
that was all me. That was all me.
That was all Lil Titan, to be complete. Yes.
That was all me.
Dope.
That was all
that venue was. I will say this too. We talked about this before. Me and Onstead have where South Carolina and then Chapel Hill they threw it down.
They got lit, man.
And particularly compared to Virginia Beach, man. Chapel Hill took the fucking cake.
Yeah, Virginia Beach sucks.
Chapel Hill goes hard.
Right. That was a good show for sure.
Yeah, it was a good show. There was like 5 fucking stage divers, and motherfuckers were out there going ham.
Whoa.
Dude, I remember Logan. I remember Logan told me that like Strife was like walking on people, like fucking,
Yeah.
like fucking God or something. He was just like
He was walking on motherfuckers, and he shoved the mic in my face, and he was screaming on that mic. And I'll tell you what, when he shoved it in my face, it was all wet, and it was like he got it on my face, and it was like all wet, and I felt it, and it was like, yeah, oh my god, like me and Strife kind of kissed that night. I was just saying,
dude, Strife. I'll tell you, if I had to say one thing about Strife, listen, Strife gonna sweat you out at a show. Let me tell you, that's how Strife is ready to play, man.
he put his all into that fucking performance
I
at
know
that
he does.
Chapel Hill show. Man.
Dude, I had him show up to a freaking show in LA. I was like, yo, Strife, I need you to perform at the show with me. And he came out
already wet.
room, and that man was like hyped as fuck. He was crazy. He had that whole bitch going crazy. So Yeah, Strife is a crazy performer.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So that's something that you two have definitely bonded over then, and what made y'all connect with each other then is a love for music, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
was it the trap metal in particular, or like
No, he honestly he showed me like some of his songs, and I had heard about him because he was on like some of the Zab shows because Zab does that like
Yep.
podcast, the Zab show, and all that here and there.
okay,
And
yeah.
yeah, he was on there, and I remember him being on there. I just didn't know who he like fully was at the time. I just knew he was like a friend of Zab's. And then I met him, and he would just like he would play me his music, and I was just like, dude, this shit is sick. And we bonded over each other's music. And then one of the times when I was leaving, he was like, hey man, do you want to be on my album? I have a Devereaux beat. Do you want to be on it? And that's how In Your Room happened. And literally, he will tell you this because he knows, and I think he said it the last time, but literally, he went to the corner store. He left me with Maisie. Literally went to the corner store. He came back, and my verse was done. And he was like, "What the fuck?" That's literally Strike's reaction. He was like, "What the fuck? How did you get that done so quickly?" So, yeah, that honestly, like, me and Strife bonded over music, but we just also have like common interests and shit. Like, my dad is like always watching wrestling now, so like I'm getting into that and shit. And so definitely I've bonded with Strife over wrestling. We've just bonded about like comedians, music, all sorts of shit. Strife is just like my boy like that. You know what I mean? I can just talk to him about anything pretty much. He's just super like down to talk about whatever.
Yeah, Strife is the homie.
Logan.
Yo.
I was gonna say the same thing, obviously, like, cause you guys were talking about Strife, and obviously you lit up when we were talking about Strife too. So I just wanted to reiterate kind of the same
Yeah,
question with you.
I told him
Yeah.
to talk to Strife. Trust me.
Yep, he did. Lil Titan told me to talk to him. Most of everything I know through the metal and the trap metal scene is through Lil Titan.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your experience with Strife, Logan? That's what they're asking.
My experience was amazing. Like, I walked up to him. I met Strife when I met y'all. Like literally that moment.
Okay.
And I was like, "Yo, I'm Lil Titan." She was like, "Yo, what's up, boy?" And it's like I met a long lost brother.
Yeah.
And then like he was like telling me how he like moves with the crowd and all that. He's like, "Yo, I learned that from like I can't remember the band. I think it was like Let Live or something." But it was like really cool.
So we're creeping up on almost an hour and 20 minutes. I want you guys to go ahead, and I'm gonna give you guys the floor and speak on projects you guys got coming up, any kind of fucking anything you guys both got coming up here in the future.
You want me to go first? Or you want to go first, Logan?
You go first.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, rock, paper,
All right.
scissors. All right.
Whoa! That was a perfect visual, Logan.
Yeah.
All right, I think Logan won. You want to go again?
Yeah, he won it.
He won it.
Okay, so you want me to go first or you go
Yeah,
first?
you go first. You go first. You go first.
Okay, so right now I'm working on some new stuff, trying to get some features back. I got a few shows coming up. The Shaggy Toot Up show, a show in Salem, Virginia the night before. Then after that, just doing a bunch of cool stuff recently. Yeah, stay on the lookout for shows and new music.
Tell everybody where they can find you. What's your social medias and everything?
Oh yeah, you can find me on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all platforms. On Instagram and TikTok, it's low_music21, or the main Instagram, Logan the Drummer 1. If you're trying to look for strictly the music, you have to type in low and then Lazarus Rising after it, and a purple logo will come up, and that's the song. And you click the song, and then you click the artist, and that's me.
Yeah. All right, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so My next single on the way is a song called "Pop the Trunk" with an artist out of Florida. Her name is Baby Chaos. That should be coming very soon. After that, I have various singles coming out. Just like more shit. Me and Strife have like a ton of videos shot, so look out for those. Upcoming shows, I think I'm playing a show October 20th in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with Oni Inc. and a few other like trap metal artists. So come out to that. That'll be sick. Other than that, man, just, if you want to find me on all social media, it's Little Titan. That's LILTYTAN. A Y instead of an I in Titan. I'm the only Little Titan on Spotify and all that shit, so you can find me there. And honestly, if you're looking for Logan's music, you will find it through me too. So mostly because we just have so many songs, you can listen to Lazarus Rising, Oblivion Eyes, Rituals, all that stuff. You'll find Logan on that, and that's how you'll find him too. So.
On Sight is my favorite song with you two together.
Oh, fucking On Site, dude.
Lit.
That's my favorite too.
Big lit. Big fucking lit, man.
Dude,
Dude.
That shit goes
ironically,
so hard.
shout out. I want to give a giant fucking shout out to Lindsay Schoolcraft. She is such a dope fucking artist, and she made that song super sick. She originally was in Cradle of Filth, and now she's a solo artist. She's just a fucking dope individual. Really, honestly, just like one of the most talented people I've ever worked with, and fucking love Lindsay. And she killed that song. On Site would not be On Site without Lindsay Schoolcraft. So,
That shit
or Logan.
is a
Yeah.
bumper.
Yeah.
That shit slaps so hard.
I'm
That
so
and
glad you
Apocalypse
love that
are
song. It's one of my favorites.
That and Apocalypse are probably two of my favorite songs that you've done.
Well, I will say, shout out to Old Soul, but the metal singer that's on that song got fucking canceled. So I'm not mentioning his name, but yeah, that song is really cool too. I like that. That song was about like my past abuse in my life and shit, and I was just kind of like making a like kind of talking about something I feel like a lot of people don't talk about, which is like the physical abuse that they go through in life. And I went through that when I was a younger kid, and I definitely just had to say what I had to say. So yeah, definitely. If you went through abuse, listen to Apocalypse by Lil Titan. Deadass.
Definitely go give these guys a fucking listen.
Yep.
Get their fucking sub counts up because these guys kill it. And it's good when we get to bring people from outside the culture in and embrace them and show them, you know, maybe they are juggalos. They just don't know it yet. So I guess with that being said, we always end it on one question we ask everybody who's been a guest here. Stoney, what's the question we usually like
Would
to
you would you guys consider yourself Thuggalos?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's run it.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
Well, we're sneaking up on the hour. We're gonna let you guys get out of here. Like I said, go follow fucking Lil Titan and Lo the drummer because these guys are next up. The trap metal is hard as fuck, and I'd like to see these guys at the gathering next year. Do your research. Check these motherfuckers out.
Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you for having Logan on. Deadass. Like,
Thank you for having me.
Coming.
yeah.
For sure, guys.
We love you guys.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
You guys
Whoop.
be safe.
Yeah, you too.
You guys need to go check them out. They are seriously fucking underrated and fucking, like I said, On Site. I put that shit on earlier while I was playing Tarkov, and it was my killing music earlier.
Oh yeah.
What'd you guys think?
That's what I was gonna say, man. What do y'all think about the stream? I mean, I'm happy with it. It's the first one with a little bit, just the three of us, and there's still gonna be some stuff to figure out. We didn't do like a trash or fire this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
My
fuck, we
opinion,
did do a
that's
trash
been
or fire.
No.
No, but it's all right. I mean, like I said, we're starting off new. We're starting off fresh. We're gonna get there.
What I don't know. We gotta come up with one, but
Oh, okay.
You know-
Did we do one anyways?
Well, I mean, our guest is still backstage. We can pull it back
Yeah,
real
we'll bring it
fast.
back
What's
up.
going to be the trash or fire? Look, all right, look, here we go. Real quick. Ready, Tiny, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
All right, trash or fire? What's trash or fire this week? Hang on. We have the thing. Hang on. What?
We still
Trash
have
or
that.
fire? Trash or fire this week? That fucking segment transition. How about that?
Right?
It's
pretty
great.
fire,
It's
yeah.
great. It's great.
Perfect.
It's great. It's fire.
Anybody got a trash or fire this week?
Yeah, I
Who's
was,
got
I
one?
was waiting for somebody in
Condoms.
chat to say something.
Condoms?
I thought we
Yeah.
already did that one.
Condom. I'm gonna say fire, bro. I'm gonna say fire. I ain't trying to have no kids. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't trying to have no kids. Feel me?
Don't take
I ain't-
advice from me. I have 3 kids.
Yeah,
Don't
definitely
say.
not.
No, I will say this though, like when you have kids, that's such like a big responsibility, especially because like I just turned 25. You know, down the road probably, but right now I'm trying
He's
to
like,
be
I'm up and coming rapper.
trying to be on my
Maybe
grind
having a-
shit. You feel me? I'm not. No.
Yeah.
I said I'm wrapping everything up. You know,
Exactly.
That
bro.
I will not be like Nick Cannon. Not anything.
I will not be
Bar.
like That's good.
You say fire.
Yeah, I said
Yeah,
fire.
you said
bro.
fire.
Absolutely.
Well, what's everybody else think?
I fucking trash, bro.
I'm
I
pretty
haven't
sure
even
we
told-
already used condoms and I said trash, so I'm gonna reiterate that shit.
I'm the only one that thinks it's okay. It's okay.
Oh man, that was before my time.
I'm in a
Don't worry.
committed,
Before my
I'm in a committed relationship, so I'm gonna say trash because I don't need them.
He said, I don't need it.
To each their own, man. To each their own, dude. To each their own.
I got 3 kids. I'm done. My pullout game is strong now, so.
No, it's
uh,
not. This
He
this
said,
motherfucker
"No,
got
it's
like
not."
5 million kids, bro.
I know, stay tuned.
I'm the
He's gonna
only
have-
one that doesn't have kids on this fucking group.
5 billion.
5 billion.
No.
That's child support monies. All right, whatever. Get out of here. So I guess we could take this one to the fucking to the chat. What's that? I see trash. I see trash.
Yep,
This
that's
is so
trash.
funny. So
It is trash,
Play that
bruh.
shit.
Raw dog that
Play it.
shit. You only get to live once. I mean, either
You
catch it or
only
you
live
don't.
once.
Like Jay
Yeah.
said, everybody gets it, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Whatever.
man.
Whatever.
All right, tight. Woo woo, dog.
Woo woo, bro.
Ooh.
Be safe, family.
You too, man.
Boom. All right, that was fucking good. That was good.
All right, so I lied. We did do a trash or fire.
Yeah, good job. We just had to. We'll keep it going.
Nah, it's
We'll work out
like
these
it.
kinks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at.
But we'll work out these kinks because why? We'll have another fucking opportunity tomorrow. That's because that's right. We're fucking double dipping this goddamn potato chip again. You feel me? Because
Again.
we're weird. We're weird around here. We go like this with the chip, and then we lick it, and then we do it again. Cause fuck your bullet fucking dip. It's mine now.
We don't even dip the other side. We dip the side that
It's
we
the same
literally
side that I
had on
just
our
licked. I'm
lips.
telling you. So, with that being said, who we double dipping with this week, Elixir?
We are double dipping with some homies from across the pond. So tomorrow we have Mr. ATF. And
Mr.
I-
ATF.
Is your
Yeah,
brain
yeah,
lag?
yeah. I'm not gonna say anything
brain
about the
did
safety
lag.
week 'cause it
You know,
wasn't
you're
happening
been,
yet.
this dude hit like 150 whippets during the whole stream.
Dude, I only had a 50 box. This is the last
Oh.
one.
Damn.
Do it on the exit.
Do it
I-
on the exit.
Do it on the exit, goddammit.
No, but yes, next week we have Mr. ATF.
Want you to do it? Nope, you're going solo, Big
from
Pimpin'.
across
You
the
ready?
pond, man. Hold on. The nozzle came off.
Next week is
Don't
gonna
do
be
this at
tomorrow.
home, kids.
Don't do this at home. Do it on the Thuggalo show.
Dumb.
Oh, dude, it broke.
Yeah, there goes any of our monetization. Good job, boys.
Good
Yeah.
job.
We will see you guys tomorrow, same fucking time, 10 p.m. for Mr. fucking ATF. He's got some shit he wants to promote that's happening here except next month. For the UK ninjas out there watching, Jankum Phonic, this is for you, dog.
Yep.
We will see you guys tomorrow, 10 fucking p.m.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop.
Hey, shout out Thuggalo Show in this bitch. Every fucking city, Thuggalo Show represent. Free Will in the bitch. Darby in the bitch.